Hello, friends. Seems that we are live, and we're really happy to have all of you here with us. And this is a workshop, Mastering Bug Reports. Maybe you remember that we promised that after testing up, we will collect bug reports and share their opinion on them by our judges. So I really hope that this event will be very helpful and useful for you in future. Just because our guests, it is Charlie and Ivan, they both are judges and they both are team leaders on our platform, and they will review bug reports and share their opinions on it. We'll highlight best examples and what could be improved in these reports. So I really hope that it will help you to be more uh, productive on our Test.io platform. So please, Charlie, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Ina. Thank you, Ivan. Good evening, everyone here in the Philippines. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you happen to be watching us by chance, like clicking on the New for You tab on YouTube, so Teseo Community channel belongs to the Teseo, an EPAM systems company, and we specialize in manual exploratory crowd testing. So yes, it means that you can work with us even if you don't have experience, part-time, full-time, from wherever you are or want to be. Why not? So you name it. This live, as Irina has said, is a workshop about bug reporting. We'll discuss real bug report examples submitted during the most important event of the year for our tests, the Tesla Testing Cup that happened last month. So stay here to learn how to report a bug on our platform properly. Please say hi even to our
Hi-
testers.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you.
So let's crack on the reports, please, Irina. Let's check the first one. What do we have to say about this report? Ivan, what do you think? Title. We're gonna. Oh well, yes. Let's be clear. Well,
Yes, I already browsed this report before, and of course, the title is not perfect just because the word number is replaced by the word no, and it is really not understandable at first. Only after reading the steps, you can get that it is was meant number, available number has been added to cart.
oh, that's true.
Yes, and let's see.
What do you think about the iOS 14 at the beginning? Like a kind of
Well,
formatting style.
it depends. If this bug
Mm.
occurs only on iOS 14, then it worth to mention the version of iOS. But if it occurs also on other devices, no, it's not necessary at all.
Yeah, we don't need those kind of formatting
Yes,
unless, of course, the customers they says, okay,
yes.
please add this. Yeah, agree. What about the steps?
Well, let's see.
We have some arrows
Well,
there connecting actions.
steps are not bad, but are not perfect
Mm.
either. Well, still, I feel like I need to watch the screencast to understand what tester did. Uh, it they could be improved for sure, and it's not
Definitely.
a good practice to include several steps in one step, several actions in one step. So tester could make it better by dividing in more steps the report.
Like
Yes,
keeping one, two actions per step
yes, yes.
tops. Yeah, I agree. And let's see
It
actual
it it
result.
is not said, for example, how we should return to
Mm.
PDP. it would worth to mention that we should use browser's back button, for example.
Yeah, yes. Yes, I wanted to point it out that one after reviewing the actual result. What do you think about this actual result?
Sorry, what?
What do you think about the actual result?
Actual result, yes. Well, it's also not perfect as for me because still I don't understand exactly what happened, and
Yes, it's not clear because
yes,
the available number of products um, had been
yeah,
adjusted. How? You know, how was it adjusted? To when, to from to where? Like how many were before? How?
yes,
Yes, that's
and the add to cart button loads endlessly. It's also
oh.
not the best wording. I think it would be better to say, for example,
Hmm.
there is infinite spinner inside add to cart button. Like for me, it would be more understandable.
Yes, yeah, that's a good call because sometimes that the spinning is just a little JavaScript animation is not actually the functionality is not compromised. So there are two different things there, two different separators as well. So yes, definitely we need
Yeah.
more details. Yes. So is the spectral result linked to this to whatever was reported above? What do you think about this spectral result?
Well, the expected result also is like a bit clumsy and awkwardly uh, typed as for me. It's like it, it could be said much easier in much understandable way. Like the there shouldn't be infinite loading inside add to cart button, and the add to cart button should look like usually. Yes, and
Yeah.
it's it's even a bit fun. Like the tester used the phrase "it already executed its task of adding product to the cart." It's like not the way like usually people speak.
That's true. That's true. And no, a user one says that basically they want to get things done. And yes, definitely. And this one was kind of one of the good ones because we will see it's not done bad, and we will see more. We will see more testers. So please stay tuned, and let's go with the next one, please.
Mhm.
Well, Charlie, we have one question from a tester.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, maybe you can answer this question. And David
Let's
asks
go.
how to differentiate the JavaScript screening and actual endless loading.
All right. Do you want to answer this, Ivan, first?
Irina, could you please repeat the question?
Yes, what is the difference between JavaScript screening and actual endless loading?
Hmm.
Well, I don't know, to be honest, because it is Charlie mentioned it and,
All right.
about yes, but for me it's like, and for real users it's just like infinite loading, and we can't know what is going in background there under the curtain. Yeah, so I would say that it is better just to say infinite loading.
Yes. Okay. What I mentioned was, thank you, Ivan, was, for instance, the difference just visually is if is you seeing the spinning the animation, that you see that
Yes.
the in the background based on this report the car quantity, the number of product changed afterwards, means is the loading that is still remains, but the functionality is working, which is changing
Ah,
the number
okay.
of products. So that's the difference That's how you testers can see it. And visually, without going to the console, without doing that, you can also refresh the page, the web page. We're talking about websites. This is a website. You can see there is
Yes.
this marvelofficial.com. And if you refresh the page, you will see if the quantity doesn't change, definitely the functionality is broken, compromised, and the loading is related to this, most likely, because we are always in the most likely, the most
Yeah,
possible
yeah, I
answer, the
got it.
most possible root cause.
Yeah, I
I
think
hope this.
in this case it is then just a broken animation because the function itself was completed.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
that's it happened these weeks. That's why I mentioned, by the way. So why not?
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for
Thank you, Rina.
clarification. And
Thank you for the
I think,
question.
yeah. And let's proceed with the next one. Yeah, please.
Mm. Oh, this one, yes. There is no response when clicking the add button in the car page.
Yeah, well, still it is not very clear what add button.
Exactly.
As far as I know, this bug occurred when the cart is empty and there are some products are proposed to users that could be interesting for user, and there is
Agree.
add to cart button. So it is not clear from the title what the add button is. And as we will see later from the steps and actual result, it's also not just nothing happened after the clicking button, but there are more
Yeah,
details that are not described in this title.
I agree. Yeah, what was added, and the word is, if we have a title, we have three questions: what, where, when. That
Yes.
if we are not answering to that, our title is completely incomplete, and we have to complete incomplete. we have to work on it. And I agree. Let's go with this is steps. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Here I can see that tester mentioned the cart URL in the second step. It is not necessary at all. This
It
URL
is
should be
not.
placed. We have another field for this URL. It's a code URL field, and there this address should be put.
Yes.
But well, in the rest, the steps are short and precise. No, well, again, he doesn't mention where the add button is located. The same mistake as in title, but yes, it would be worth to add that under any product on the cart page. Add
Yes.
button.
Agree. One hypothesis will be, okay, this album, if it's on the card page, this album is probably a suggested product.
Product.
Is it?
Yes, we
Which
can guess
product
about this, but
exactly?
it is
Is
better to mention.
too
Yes.
much to guess. It's like too many things
Yes, it
to
is
fill in.
often mistakes that is made by testers that they think, okay, I will write short steps, but when review, team leader will see everything in screencast. It's not a correct approach because the report must be fully understandable without watching an attachments.
Yes. Not to mention that the title should tell everything about the bug. So we
Yes.
to understand the bug, we shouldn't be need to read
Yes.
the steps and then going through the entire report. No, it's the title says everything. Then we go to the report because this to the steps are called
Just
steps to reproduce. That's for a different purpose. To understand the bug report, we have the title. and that's why
Yes.
we have the what, where, when, and we. These actual unexpected results are
Yes,
very different.
this is not how we usually put it. This actual and expected results are written like points, like steps. It's
Next
not how
steps.
we do. We usually prefer to put some text that describes 2 or 3 sentences what happened and what should be happened. So no, this is not a good actual and expected result.
Yes, we shouldn't approach for
But,
gladly. This
but
was
in
not.
general,
Oh,
tester mentioned an important detail in actual result that after he proceeds to check out, the
hmm,
product appears. So from this false point in actual result, we can understand that the product actually was added to cart, but just the
yes,
cart page wasn't refreshed after clicking
exactly.
add button. And this is
Yes,
the only hint of this.
that yeah, that contradicts the title. So it's really hard to assess this. Fortunately,
Yes,
I was about to say that this was not. Well, this was an exception of all majority of submitted bar reports during the testing cup was that was a release. This was just I think I saw 2 or 3 like this. The rest were very well written.
yes,
Just
agree.
we wanted to show you testers and subs viewers that we don't accept this. We cannot. These actual expected results don't meet our standards, and please avoid this. Just go with what happened, what you expected to happen in detail. That's it. I
Yes.
think. Thank you, Ivan. Next one, please. Another functional. Let's invalid email is accepted inside car page.
Oh, this is an interesting one
Yeah.
because, well, in general, well, it's not the best wording to say inside the cart page, like on cart page should be
Hmm.
written, and it's not clear where exactly
Where?
on the
Yeah.
cart page. Yes, is it a newsletter email or
Hmm.
a to-wait list email or something else? Not clear what email is.
True.
And looking into steps, the
Hmm.
tester did right thing that he showed that the validation actually exists. And but when reviewing this report, I found
Hmm.
out that it is actually not a bug and
Oh.
found yes, it is in 4 steps. Step is mentioned valid email. It is true that $sign is not allowed in the domain part, but pound
Hmm.
sign is allowed. And
Hmm.
to make sure of this, I advise testers to use email validation website. There is link to such website in our academy in the article
Yes.
about email validation. It's verifalia.com as far as I
Yes.
remember. Yes. So yes, the tester organized the report, the steps correct, but the problem is that it is not a valid bug. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Indeed. And oh, please.
actual result, well, it's well written, as I would say. It's short and precise. It is mentioned that the validation exists, but it's
Yeah.
but
Unfortunately.
some invalid email, in tester's opinion, is doesn't show validation message.
Yes.
Yes, and the expected result also not bad.
Mhm.
Maybe it is not precise, not very precise, but generally it is okay. So I
Mm,
would say, apart from this is not a bug, the
mm.
only problem with this report is too short title, which doesn't describe where exactly this email validation is not implemented or wrongly implemented.
Yes, yes, and we have this testing email validation article, and we also have the three types of validations implement system or implementations. It's another article we have. So just go down. We have client validation and server validation and a mix of those, and we explain it on an article as well. So you just go there, and the academy has all you need to properly test. Sorry, to test this form, the email form or the email field properly.
Yeah,
Thank you,
exactly.
Ivan. Thank you. Let's go with the next one, please. Oh,
Oh,
I believe there is a comment
yes,
question.
yes, there is a comment and one more question from
Cool.
certified tester. So,
Oh.
can you make clarification about validity of bug report about 90-digit credit card? So
19.
maybe it is about how to validate credit cards to understand
Mm.
what is it valid card or not in some payment system. But honestly, maybe you understand this question a bit another, guys.
Well, yes, I think I understood it.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
We have even
Mm.
a related case in our back assessment sheet. According
Mm.
to it, if a website or application doesn't accept a 19-digit credit card in valid format, it is a low bug. But I don't know, honestly. No, for now it is a legged bug. And examples of testing uh, credit cards, it is 19 digits. You can find, for example, on Stripe.com,
Mm.
it's there is a website where you can find test data for credit cards. And yes, for now it is a valid bug on our platform, but I don't know, maybe it's a bit outdated and this should be rewritten. Mm, because I honestly don't know if 19-digit cards are still used.
Exactly. That's one main thing to consider. And the second one is what is the validation this implemented. So we as team leaders we need to go and dive deep into the design. What is the HTML DOM telling us? So we can tell what is happening there. So it's not an easy like any bug. Um, we assess, we review, you submit, you see, and we need to investigate what is happening there because it's
Yes.
about context. Everything is about context with bugs. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's designed, sometimes it was not implemented, sometimes was uh, um, a different approach that or a path that was not vision or prevented, or the devs weren't clear about what they wanted to do. It was not tested before, so they miss it out. Is there are too many things there. And the third one that is
Yes.
not just for these credit cards, it's for everything that we also use as a team leaders during the testing cup, during our test cycles, is what is accepted by this website. So you go to the FQS page and you see, oh, these cards are not accepted. So that's why probably you are your box are not accepted, or they are rejected, or you are getting a validation, but you expect to see it. There's information on the website that help
Yes,
us
I agree with
review.
you, Charlie. Even though we have a general rule for such case,
Exactly.
but still each case, each bug report should be reviewed separately.
Yes, case based. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you, Irina.
Thank you, guys, and I've already switched
Oh,
to the next, please.
yes. Oh, Serge, we also just want to start that we have an article about search suggestion list, search results page, and how they interact together, because this is a really interesting feature when we are testing and even when we are reviewing, because there are too many things
Yeah.
in play. So, oh, but let's start with this. What do you think about this
Well,
report?
this is a well-written report. I already
Hmm,
looked at it before.
hmm,
So yes, actually, as for me, it doesn't even have any weak spots. It like very well described. The title is short enough and precise, and in the steps and actual result, tester described everything in detail. And as we can see, the tester used Markdown here to
hmm,
highlight important steps of the report, and it's always a pleasure to review such reports that
hmm.
have Markdown, and not just Markdown just to use
Yeah,
it, but
for the sake of.
highlight the main parts so the eye catch them immediately.
Hmm.
Yes. So yes, I would say that this is an example of perfect report.
Yeah, I also think it's a good report. You can read it easily. I also like that this report starts and the actual unexpected result start with what is expected based on our standards. It's describing what is happening. It's not there are no steps. It's not summarizing the steps. It's not introducing the bug again because we're coming from the
Yes.
title. It's just
And
going directly to the title, to the details.
also the important information is added to actual result that if users search
Hmm.
from the start page, that there are 48 results for the same search query. So yes, this is really good. It's not too long actual result,
Yeah.
and in the same time it explains everything.
Yeah, yes, I wanted to point out that like, it's not about the number of words. It's about the
Yes,
content
yes,
always. Could be short, could be 6 words, but that's everything we need to explain
exactly.
and understand about our
Actually,
question.
it is a kind of art to make,
It is.
uh, yeah, to explain everything short and precise.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. You remind me one article published some 2 years ago on Discord that is reporting is like an art to we published that a while ago. Thank you. Thank you. What about the next one, please? Okay. Oh, I like this I wanted to mention about this. It's the message, whatever information the system, the website is telling you that happens when the bug occurs, that is just displayed there. That's important, really important for devs, for us to understand the bug right away. So, sure, always please test add it to the title, always. If it's too long, you can there is always a sentence that is telling the
yes,
first one
yes,
is telling us
yes.
what is the problem. But please go for it, Ivan.
Okay, here I can see that there is inconsistency in the category name, in the
Hmm.
title, and in the steps and actual result.
Yeah.
I don't know what is meant by that category. It's like
Hmm.
it is not mentioned in steps or it. I think there must be had to be placed electrical and tech category. Seems like
Yes.
tester just made some mistake. And another small remark is that the word appear doesn't have s at the end, the verb.
Oh.
Yes, and it is one more thing that I wanted to advise to testers to uh,
Mm.
use some automatically grammar check tools while creating bug reports. For example,
Yes.
I usually use Grammarly. It's built, it has a Chrome extension, and it
Mm.
really helps me uh, to avoid typos while typing, and also it suggests some better wording uh, for my text. So
Mm.
yes,
Oh,
and
that's true.
of course it helps to avoid such small grammar mistake as missing s letter at the end of the verb. So
Yes, yes, yes. We also we have an article, the standard features of test, so you can see what the features are called, what are the definitions. The definitions explains where are located, because also our bug form has this part that is where is the future where the bug was found. No, usually sometimes yes we have to mention that in the title, but if there is there an option that is you have to select, please remove that from the title, because it's taking a space. There is probably enough room to explain perfectly your bar report from the title if you remove that, because you need a little more word. You don't need to tell that if the bar form is telling us
yeah, the
the
title shouldn't
feature.
be too long, and if there is a way to make
Exactly.
it shorter, then it should be done.
Yes, it should. Yes. Thank you, Ivan. Oh, question.
Yes, I'm here again, and it means that we have one more question. So the question is,
Please.
uh, does Test.io allows to use emojis in documenting bug reports,
Uh,
smiles, and so on?
why not?
But no, yeah, I'm seeing them. Yes, yes, yes. And why not? I mean, you. It depends, because what if it's important to trigger the bug? It's important for the command field. Why not? I remember when I was testing, sent an emoji to the customer, but the customer mentioned, "Hey, this is a really good usability." I remember clearly because I probably was one of the few I got from customers, and I really like it. And I sent an emoji and replied liking it. So it depends. Be professional is not a matter of what you are showing, is what how
Yeah,
you
nowadays
write a
emoji
document.
uh,
Mm.
nowadays emojis are really widely used, and it's
Yeah.
like in messages and text, and sometimes it helps to express feelings and emotions. So yeah, if
Yeah.
if it is appropriate, why not? Of course, you can use them.
Yes, and let's go a little further. What if we are testing something that needs a string and text, and in the text we use emojis? I did it before when testing an app. For apps, it's really good, because, but depends. It's not like you going now testing and putting emojis, 100 emojis, because no, it made sense when I was doing that. And if you think about it, we need to see how the Apple the system is decoding this emoji. What if
Yes.
what if it's expected to see? What if it's there's a comments, and this is users can interact and show that they will use for sure emojis. So we need to test how is decoding the platform or the system or the app. That it makes sense for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so the
Oh,
next
Oh,
one.
thank you.
that's good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
already changed.
Oh, that's true. Yes. No message or validation error occurs when clicking login on the car page. All right. What do you think,
Yes.
Ivan?
First of all, the
Hmm.
important detail is not mentioned that a user has to click a button when fields are empty. It's not mentioned. And no message or validation. It's like not the best wording
Mm.
because for me, like no validation message. It's better to say is
Yeah, what
displayed.
if it was not implemented? That
Yeah,
that clearly tell us
and
this might not be a bug.
clicking login, I think it should be login button because it's
Mm.
not clear that it is a button.
Yes,
Yes.
if it is a
So,
button, because we don't know, like
okay,
based
as
on.
for me, I would create next title for this case. There is
Oh,
no
please.
validation. There is no validation message when user clicks login button without filling any data,
Mm.
like something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah, yes, yes, you are providing the context better, definitely.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the
Mm.
title when you're not typing it. When again,
Mm.
I'm used to type more, and when I see what
Yes,
I type, yeah, I see the weak spots.
yes, yes. And what about the rest of the report? And what do you think?
Yeah, here I don't understood second part of the last step, why we should click here again. This
Mm.
I think that the last step should be just click on login button and that's all. Why tester mentioned click again, click here to login, I don't know. It's like not relevant.
Yeah, it seems like it's not relevant. Probably, I'm thinking, like this is step-by-step implementation, that the validation goes field by field, form by form, which is the term for those fields. So probably something like that, but we don't know, and that's what is that's the weakness of this report is not providing the information we need. This is, remember, tested steps. The bug form says steps, but the name what it means is steps to reproduce what you
Yes,
have found. So keep stick on that. They need the team leader needs to reproduce my bug, so I need to provide everything. The dev, the customer needs to reproduce my bug. It needs to go on the same steps, go through the same process flow I went.
yes, exactly. Yes, and speaking of actual and expected result, I would
Please.
say that they are pretty good. Again, here error or validation message, it's like, yes, I wouldn't say this
Yeah.
this way. I would say just a validation message. But well, it's still acceptable as for me.
Yes, a report. If it's so bug or not, this is out of question. We are focusing on the report, and definitely yes. Also, no error or validation message is shown appears. It sounds kind of for usability sometimes, because what if there is not implemented? But it's a good
Mm.
idea. It's needed. It makes
Mm,
sense. It is very.
well, I think that if no validation message is shown at all, it's like,
Mm.
yes, it's close to usability suggestion, but still, I don't think the customer expected to implement it this way. It
Yeah, most
looks
likely.
like he just forgot to add these
Exactly.
messages in most cases, at least. So
Yeah.
yes, even though this may look like a usability suggestion, I usually forward approve this kind of bugs.
Mm. All right, let's go with the next one. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you, Irina. Oh, okay. When you click browse all the Marvel t-shirts link,
Yet here again is a little clumsy wording.
where, yeah.
I would say when the link is clicked, should be correct wording as for me, because it's just like
Mm-hmm.
a grammar mistake. Again, if this tester would use Grammarly or any other tool, it would
Mm,
be underlined like not a correct wording, like a grammar
mm,
mistake. So here should be said when browse or the Marvel t-shirt link is clicked, then user redirected to error page. Yes, here in steps, we can see the tester also use it markdown and use it wisely. So
mm.
steps are looking good, except the very last part, note the behavior. It's not
Oh,
necessary.
exactly.
Yes,
That's one
the
of the
behavior, the
no-go.
behavior is described in the actual result. It's not necessary to include into steps.
Yes,
And
and oh, please. Sorry.
and another question, looking at this, my question is that looking at this report, it is either allow bug or even content bug, because I'm not sure where it is located, this link, but it is, if
Exactly.
it is just a link, it will be just a content bug. And if it is some button or navigational element, it would be low, not high in any case.
Yes, the title is not telling us where this bug was found. Where exactly is until the last step. Do you say, oh, it's a PDP on a PDP? Gotcha.
No,
Okay.
no, well, it's there is, I believe, a PDP feature it was used for this report. So yes, it which part of the PDP the link is located. It is not
Mm.
said. Yes,
The section. I meant the section. Yeah,
yes,
because
section.
this probably is at the bottom or somehow.
Yes,
Could be a slider. We really don't know.
yes, exactly.
This is the
And expected result. Yes, the
yeah.
second part of expected result, that the page should be opened and the user should be able to add those products to cart. It's not necessary the second part. Well, expected result is that the page is just loaded normally. Yes. What user will
Mm.
do there, it's already
Yeah,
not
I
our
will
business.
also. That's true. I will also say that a t-shirts, any t-shirt. Where I always mention when I'm requesting some information, when I send information request, is consider that this is coming from a customer. The customer spent time, effort, resources on this product. At least link the expected the actual result, link the expected result to the environment. So if you're mentioning a specific T-shirt, name that T-shirt, the name of that T-shirt. If a specific section, a those are important. Is their expected result cannot be my phrase is, if you can use the expected result to explain any website on the internet with similar features, so it's not good. You have to link it to the environment,
Yes, exactly.
because
To the
it's for
particular product, yes.
exactly, it's professionalism, it's respect to the customer, is also makes you think about the bugs you are reporting, because here we're seeing the report submitted. We are not thinking the process of writing it after finding the bug. And sometimes when you are on the spectrum result, you realize, oh, this is not a bug at all. If you write it perfectly, you find, oh no, but this
Yeah, it
is
could be.
because, yeah, it could be happened to me several times. So I thought, so that's why I mean, it must be linked to the environment, guys. Team, thank you, Ivan. Let's go with the next one, please, Irina. Hmm.
Okay, here I
Okay.
can see a very rude typo at the end.
Hmm.
It should be is removed it before, but we
Okay,
can
yeah.
see is before. The word is used twice, and the second time tester definitely meant it. And yes,
Yes.
again, even though we can understand in general what happened, but yeah, the wording is not perfect in my opinion. But
Mm.
it's still not bad.
Yeah. What I was thinking, the product. Sometimes it's the product is the problem. The ID on the database, this product is. So that's also important, because if it doesn't happen to any, like you just get one product and click and this happens. Okay,
Yeah,
you
well,
don't have to add it, but
yes,
sometimes
of course,
it's
if
needed.
it is occurs only with a particular product, but usually when testers write just product, we assume that this occurs with every product. So
Mm.
let's take it this way.
Yeah. Can you see this question? Like it.
Okay, I can
We've
see
been there so many times.
scroll down to below. It's like interesting.
Mm.
Scroll. Here I think that scroll down would be enough to
Yeah.
below. Or if tester wants to say to below, to which exactly part of the
Mm.
page it should be said. Well, there is some banner appeared which
Yes.
covers.
Oh yeah,
So we
I'm
can
really
Can we
discuss.
sorry.
dismiss it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remove it. Yeah,
No,
let
but it's
me. Yeah,
cool. It's
here it
cool.
is. So it's
We've
okay.
seen it.
I will like ask this question a bit further. Yes, please proceed, guys.
Oh, okay. I think you played
Okay,
anyway
and
because.
speaking of actual result, it's like not perfect as for me. And
Yes. What do you think about that?
what
The,
is meant is added automatically is not clear. It would be
mm,
better to say appears in the cart again, for example, added
yes.
like something like this.
And but the actual result, it says the card icon. I believe is the mini card, not the card. It's the mini card on top in the
Yes,
navigation.
and there is yes, tester provided not enough information about
Mm,
this behavior. In which cases is there any workaround, for example? Is it
exactly.
really product can be removed at all from the cart and it appears every time?
Yes.
Yes,
And
and
I'm thinking. Oh, please.
after this bug is delivered to customer, the customer have to explore it to make to get more information about this. Yes, I think there is not, yes, the bug itself is described technically, but yes, no further investigations and no further details are provided about it.
Yeah, and my guess is if it's the car icon, which is the mini card, if you go
Ah,
guys team to them the features, the standard features, you will see that it's a mini card and there is a description there. The severity won't be for sure critical because the mini card is like a transition from the PDP to the card. The car is what is important because from there you go over the order process. So is if you balance out the functionality in the environment, you have to consider that to select the correct severity.
yeah, it would be worth to uh, mention what happens if user clicks on cart and
Exactly.
open actually the cart page, what happens if he proceeds to check out, if the deleted product still there or no. So
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
and
Yes. If
because
it's
these details are not provided, the critical severity is like not proved. Yes.
Yeah, not at all. Yes, definitely. By the way, we have these kind of questions are part of an article as well on the academy. Is how to select the correct severity of a functional bug. You have three questions, and one question is this one: what is the functionality that is compromised? So you can select we just read it right now. Is it the mini car? The mini car is the same as the car. It's not. What is happening on this side could be a visual bug only. Like it's functional. Yes, the root is functional, but you just as a user you just see a number disappearing or not, or reappearing. But on the car, that's where when the things are more important. And yeah, just go there, guys. This team, this we have many of these cases covered on our academy, fortunately. Okay, next one, please. Okay,
Yeah.
relevant
About
items.
search.
Oh, another search.
Yeah, in general, of course,
Mm,
the search feature is, in my opinion, is the most tricky
it is.
feature while reporting bugs and evaluating them, because we never know how customer implemented the search logic. Yes, and but in this particular case, I think it is a valid bug. It seems to me like a valid because the user searched for Spider-Man mask and he returned it with Loki helmet. So,
Could
yes.
it be just something I just thought about it? Could it be actually a content bug? But because like on
Well,
content bugs article we have if the
still
search functionality works, probably
like
the
some.
item. I mean, we don't know. We have to assess it, but it's also something to consider
Well,
when testing this.
if it would be, for example, when a user searches for red shirts, but some
Mm-mm.
black shirts are returned, this would be definitely a content bug, in my opinion. But here, I don't see a reason why Loki helmet appeared while Spider-Man mask searched.
Yes.
There is no any similarities between search query and result. And well, I think that this severity is correct. It's
Mm.
just fine. I would accept it as a functional bug.
As a
But
low.
if it would be reported as content, probably I would accept it as well, because it's really
Exactly.
borderline between functional and content bug.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. I will also add, to make it clear from the title, I will add this lucky item in the title to see what is irrelevant, because it says irrelevant items. And then you go through the report and it's only one that is mentioned there in the report. Put put that item in the title so we can see what are uh, the differences, why that one is shown when other were expected. So that's important information,
And
I believe.
actually, in actual result, tester mentioned that there are several products irrelevant, and Loki helmet is just one of them. So maybe there are more, and
Probably
actually
yes.
it makes sense not to mention all
No.
irrelevant products because it could be too long and just mention one. So, well, it's a good description is for me. One thing I want to mention, all the words in the title are capitalized. The first letter is capital,
Oh, the
so it's
camel.
not necessary. Well, while it's not too bad, of course, but it's better to be consistent and start words from the small letter. No, not if it is, of course, not the first word.
Mm. Yes, yes. Thank you, Ivan. And I believe we have a last one.
Mhm.
Rina, please. Oh, question.
No, no,
Cool.
no. Seems that it
Oh,
was the last one. Yeah.
oh, I was seeing the number. Oh, that's
Yes.
good. So now we can go with the question.
Yes, and we have few very common questions. Guys, let me try to drag and drop them here.
Mm,
Seems it works somehow. Yeah, please, do you see it?
yes, I'm seeing it. Do
Mm.
you even?
Let me read. Well, as I
Oh,
understood, it
Oh,
is about
one second. Yeah, here is the
oh,
clarification
there's an
also.
example. Got it.
well,
Oh,
yes, it is of course a pain
absolutely.
point for many testers, and no, of course, we are trying to be consistent among team leaders. We constantly discuss the most popular bug scenarios between us, and we are trying to be consistent and assign the same severity to each case. But of course, every person is different, and because of human factor, sometimes it could happen that different team leaders think differently and assign different severities to the same bug. So, well, in this case, we have a dispute feature where tester can get a second opinion about the bug. Uh, yes, I understand that it could be annoying for testers, but well, this is how it is.
Yes, and I remember that we have. Sorry, I have got an echo here. We have a podcast episode about this, and is why we have these different approaches based on experience, based on education, based on many different variables. It's not, but not just on us. It's also the report. And after we conducted a survey, and we found out that most of the rejections are caused because of the way a report was written. Like in this example, or this question is the same bug report was submitted on another TC, on another test cycle, was probably written differently, was probably approached different. As we said before, bugs are contextual. It depends on the context. It depends on the environment we are testing. Isn't they are not global bugs. That's not possible.
Yes, I
So
agree.
that's why I believe.
Yeah.
Sometimes testers think that this is the same bug, but some details are different and severity also could be different. But of course, there are cases when indeed it is true that this exactly the same bug report can be
Can be, yes.
treated differently by different team leaders. Well,
Yes,
yes,
agree.
it happens.
It happens.
Okay, thank you guys. And the last one.
Hmm.
Yeah, also very interesting question. I I guess the answer is very simple. But please, guys.
I'm not sure if I understood correctly, if the if after finding the bug, this bug may cause any harm to the device. Yes, I
Yes.
would say I would say no, of course.
Yeah, no, no,
Well,
it won't affect the Stefan 422. It won't. I mean, we don't test anything that
That
I
could
don't
harm. Yes.
recall. I don't recall anything that will. like will affect directly the hardware? No, really.
Yeah, it could be the work of the site under the test or application could be
Mm,
could work worse after some bugs are discovered, but after clearing the cache, for example, this no problems will be, and of course, no, no any problems with device itself will be
yeah, no.
caused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything is
your
secure. Don't worry.
everything is secure. Yeah, your devices are safe
Yeah.
with us. So
And as I remember, we don't allow to use cloud, yeah, for testers.
good call. Yes,
Yeah.
we don't. Real devices because we test as real people would approach any customer's website or product.
Yeah.
Any other question, maybe?
Well, no, guys, we don't have more questions. So that seems that we are done
We
with, with,
are, we
with this
are.
event here. And thank you very much for your attention and for your time, Ivan, Charlie, for all the explanation. I really think that it is very valuable, and I hope that this recording will become very popular among
Hope
our
so.
newbie testers
Hmm.
so they really can investigate all the examples and rewatch this recording and improve their results on the platform in future and of course during the next testing cup. So thank you
Yes,
very
I
much.
agree. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Yes, and
Yes.
thanks from my side.
Yes, thank you.
So we can finish the event then. Bye
Yes,
bye.
happy bug hunting testers.
Happy bug
Cheers.
hunting. Cheers. Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.